Good morning, and Friday of Chanukah. Today's shir on the Sunday of Chanukah is going to be Lila Nishmas, Rebbe Avram Yitzchak ben Eliezer HaKohen Talber, and Moras Shoshana Bas Gavriel, which was nifter on Chag HaShavuos just a few months ago, which is the parents of the Avel, the Chiyuv that's davening today. So it should be the Ilin Neshama. I know that's. It's okay. L'chaim, everybody. So, Kenalach and all the people that are here are very special to. If you could get back in. I want to discuss for a moment a few lessons that we're going to learn out of the Menorah. Because the Menorah has 8 candelabra branches, we're going to go. Everyone has to figure out a certain lesson that we can learn out of the Chanukah Menorah. Okay? Find the lesson that we're learning from the Menorah. There's 8, not 7, correct? There's 8. And what is the lessons that we're going to learn out of the Menorah? So I'll begin, I'll start, and I'll be able to get everybody anyway any lesson that we can learn out of it. The first lesson that the Rebbe speaks about is that a candle brings light. Light takes away darkness. Thank you very much. Light takes away darkness, and any light, anywhere you put light, anywhere you open the light, then it brings warmth, and it's important to bring light. Now we all know, especially there's some kinderlach over here, when you go, let's say, to a room that the lights are off, it's a little scary and it's a little cold and it's feeling like you're not so excited to go to that room. You're going to start feeling. When you open the light, all of a sudden it's a lichtig. So Chanukah candles remind us that when you open up, when you make a light, you make a candle, you make a light. Sometimes it could be a flashlight. Sometimes it could be a small little lamp in the corner. But any light, even a small little light, dispels a lot of darkness. So it's a very important lesson for Chanukah candles. Second lesson. I'll go to the second candle. Now I'm going to the second candle. The second lesson is that you have to continue to grow. You can't be sufficed with the first night of having a candle, a small candle, and actually has to continue to grow. And that is a lesson that goes throughout life, not just throughout the 8 days of Chanukah. Our famous Charlie, you remember Charlie used to do balloons? He used to go around and say, today is the 300th day of Chanukah. Right? What? Why does he do that? Why did he do that? Because Chanukah is teaching us a lesson. The Rebbe always taught us, you have to continue to grow. Growing means you can't just say, okay, I'm growing for 8 days of Chanukah, and all of a sudden, Chanukah's over, and I can't grow. No. You have to add in light, and you have to add in light, and you have to add always. That's the second lesson of Chanukah. Okay? And the third lesson of Chanukah, we'll move in a little bit more. Okay. Third lesson of Chanukah is a different lesson. Who knows? Third lesson of Chanukah is that not only should you have the Chanukah candles in your house and continue to grow and to add light, but Chanukah candles should be in the outdoors. This year marks 50 years for the first public menorah lighting. The Rebbe made the public menorah lightings. I think the first one was the Rebbe Avram Shem Tov in Philadelphia. Made the first one in Philly.
The first public menorah, like this small.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't so ginormous. It wasn't with a cherry picker. What? If what? If this is the first? Zagdu. Who was the first one? Oh yeah? He just took a menorah and did it outside.
The problem is he's not practicing now, so nobody will, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Which, Kai Mitchell?
He's not, okay, good. Now he's in the rabbinate. So, regardless, I think there was an article that went up on Chabad.org a few days ago. You saw that article. It was 50 years since the first menorah.
So what does Chabad.org hold?
Obviously, Rabbi Shem Tov in Philadelphia. Who was the person that fought it? Who? Foxman. Who was he?
Like in the 80s that
he fought the public menorah. A Yid.
Yeah, of course.
Abe Foxman from the ADL.
Yes, from the ADL. He writes.
Defamation League.
Because
he thought it's going to create anti-Semitism.
So he wrote an article. He wrote a little thing on Twitter or something. He says the Rebbe that wanted Judaism outside, I was against it for all the years because I said to be a Jew inside and to be a citizen outside. But the Rebbe was right and I was wrong. Because he said it today. They put an article on Thursday. 50 years later. He's 80 now.
He's 85 years old.
Wow,
he said that now I know that the Rebbe is right. The Rebbe is right because if you're a Jew outside, so then you'll be a good Jew inside also. He wrote it. So where do you want to live?
It was a church and state thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, am I digressive for a minute?
Sure, go.
So Abe Foxman, though, yeah, you know, he's a good yid. He had a good in the show. He just did some funny stuff once in a while. But he was a kid. His parents were sent to the concentration camp, and his parents gave him to a guy to raise him when he was a little kid. They actually survived from the concentration camp.
Wow.
He was reunited with his parents.
Wow.
But the Polish lady took care of him. So he spoke Polish. It was like his mother. He felt it's like his mother. So the thing is, she gave back to his parents. But anyway, so he was walking with her, and they passed by a statue of Yashka. And he looks at the statue, and he says, "But mommy, if he's God, if he's Avishter or whatever, how come he can't afford shoes?" So she slapped him in the face, and she says, she said, "Be quiet, that's the Jew in you, that's the Jid in you talking."
This is the Polish mother. So.
Yeah, she said, "That's the Jid in you talking." She slapped him in the face. He was like 5 years old.
So
That's why he is not
So,
the new mom.
that's right.
but the point is, you have to give him a little squeeze. He went through a lot, but I had trauma.
Right. No, but regardless.
He was the man enough to admit it.
Yeah, that's right. That was now. If he makes a big deal about it, he's a big following. He's a leader.
He used to be the head of the ADL. No, he's not anymore. But
Yeah, but
he
he's
still
still a
has
very
voice.
big name. He's a big name to come.
Yeah, that's right. Still has a big voice.
To EC that
To easy.
he was later.
Regardless, so that's a big deal. So the third lesson, the one that's added, the Menorah, is that the Rebbe speaks about Chanukah Menorah to be outside and to inspire others by having it in public. It's a very interesting Nekuda, by the way. It is, while we're talking about this public thing, this is the third part of the third lesson of the Menorah, is